Hi everyone, I am a Major. In this video, we will look at the Hinge configuration. Let's open SketchUp. After we activate the Hinge editor, click the scheme configuration in the upper right corner, in the pop-up configuration panel, where we can set the required configuration scheme. First, we need to add the Hinge component. We have explained this in the previous video. We have already explained and simply created a simple solution. Okay, here we are. The scheme we created in the previous video. To delete the created scheme, there will be no configuration plan. Okay, let's go back to the configuration panel. We can see here, the added components have also disappeared. Let's add them again. The components we have added will be retained here. We just check it. If we have more components, we can see more options below. Okay, click OK. Check OK. Then check these 4. We need to check all 4 of them. After checking them, then we can set the corresponding hinges. After setting it, we can also write the name of it. Here, we write a hinge solution that attracts attention. We write a 01 here. After writing it, we can also modify the parameters here, in order to make it very obvious to everyone. See the change of the hinge. For my first solution, I will change the upper reservation. I'll change it to 200. Okay, keep the others as default. Then click Save. Here, we write the name of the current hinge configuration scheme. Click Save. In this way, in the font panel, we can see the current created scheme. Okay, then here, we can modify it again. Let's create a second solution. For the second solution, we will not drill the hinge hole and change its brand name to 02. Okay, then, to better distinguish, we set the hinge clearance to 100 and the lower reservation, and 200 for the lower one. Okay, we click Save again. When we click Save, it will pop up, asking if we want to overwrite the previous scheme. We definitely can't overwrite the previous plan. So, we need to create a new scheme. So we need to save it as a new file. So we need to save it here. After saving it, we enter the name. Enter the name 02. Click Save. Okay, at this time, in the solution panel, we can see there are 2 schemes, 01 and 02. Okay, next, we can turn on the X-ray. After opening it, we can see that there are hinges inside. We can select the hinge plan of 02. And then click Install. Okay, click the mouse cursor here. We can see that the height of the hinge inside has changed. In order to better watch it, we will switch the view. Switch to front view. Parallel projection plus front view. Okay, let's switch to another scheme. Switch to the 01 plan. Click Install. We click. We can see that the reserved space on the hinge, there is a significant change. Of course, if we want to switch the hinge scheme, we don't have to do it here. We don't need to click like this. We can directly in the lower left. We can see the 2 options, 01 and 02. If we want to use 02, we click on 02 and click here. In this way, we can see the reserved space under the hinge has changed. Click 01 and then click here. The upper reserved space will change. This is the creation and switching of the plan. If we want to modify a certain scheme inside, it's very simple. For example, now, want to modify the hinge plan of 02? We just select it and click on Configuration panel. This is the plan of 02. Here, we can see that if we want to modify it, for example, we don't drill the positioning holes inside, we don't punch holes in it. If we want to modify it, just click Save. It will pop up whether to overwrite. At this time, just save it. In this way, this 02, it will change to the modified one. So, we need to modify it. Just click Save and overwrite it. Of course, we can also take a look at some specific details. Okay, now for the current. After we install the Hinge, we can click on it here. After clicking it, we can see that it is the 01 plan now. Here, where we can punch the hinge, we can drill a hinge hole for it. Generate hardware. After generating, we can see that here. There are hinge holes. The positioning hole and the hinge hole have been generated. Okay, we delete the hardware. After deleting the hardware, then we switch to the hinge scheme. Switch to 02 and click it. After clicking it, then we can take a look. Select the same model. Then click Generate Hardware. Or click Select to create hardware. After clicking it, we can see that here, there is no hinge hole generated, because here, we selected not to generate. Our previous solution, 01, and it generates. So, here, we can see a change. Okay, in this case, we know how to create. And then switch to another scheme. Just now, we installed it by clicking, which means clicking one by one manually. If there are many models in the drawing area, we can create more models in the drawing area. To create more models, for example, we add a cabinet frame, and then we add a door. This door comes with its own hinges. Now we can give it a hinge installer solution. Well, if there are many cabinets, we need to manually, one by one, which is more cumbersome. We can install them automatically by clicking once. If we click the automatic installation, it will automatically install all hinges in the drawing area and install them all in batches. Install them all with one click. Okay, we can click this icon. After clicking, we can see that in the drawing area, all the doors will be automatically selected. After selecting them, then we just click Install. Then this hinge, it will be automatically installed. So, this single-click installation and automatic installation is a very efficient operation in the hinge installer. As for this suction tube, it can absorb the current scheme. For example, our mouse cursor. Click on this icon first, and click the mouse cursor here. Then it will absorb the scheme of 02. It will switch automatically. And then click the mouse cursor here. Then the scheme of 02 will be switched. We can see the height change. The reserved height changes. After the operation, we can press the spacebar to end the operation. That's all for this video. Thank you, all.